Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you the second episode of my Baldur's Gate 3 Durge Resist run. Now, I did log off at the last one with having done a long rest because, well, we got a camp event notification and we just made it to the Emerald Grove. However, it seems that there's another event. So, I think I'm just going to do a long rest, not use any supplies, and then, yeah, just to see what event is triggering. Because, okay, once it loads, I have a feeling that that's going to, I hit the wrong button. Yeah, it's going to persist even when we leave camp. So, do any of them want to actually speak to me? Okay, none of them want to. Yes, we'll just go to bed. Not use any supplies. This should still trigger the event though.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or
Really?
maybe you just
Day
get
2?
lucky.
Shit.
Okay.
No, it's not what it looks like. I swear.
We don't even have the full party yet and he's already doing
I wasn't
this.
going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
Technically this goes against one of her core tenets because he's deceived and was intending to hurt. However, he is a slave to his base instincts. He's not like doing it maliciously. He's trying to survive at the moment. So I think she'd hear him out initially and then depending on what he says, she would raise the camp against him.
I've never killed anyone. Well, not for food. I feed on animals. Boars. Deer. Kobolds. Whatever I can get. But it's not enough.
I still never understood
Not if I
why
have to
he
fight.
put that inflection
Feels
on
so
kobolds.
Weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer. Fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
We're not gonna do that because I said she wouldn't like using the illicit powers, though if he's mind unfolding, it could be like he's trying to show that he's being genuine with the illicit powers, so maybe she'd be like, oh, he's given me an inch, let's see what I can find. But no, I think she'd first try talking still.
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs.
I mean, that is understandable.
I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me.
Hoping this doesn't act negatively, like him trying to leave, but
Because we don't have a choice. Not if we're going to save ourselves from these worms. I need you alive. You need me strong. Please. Only be a taste.
he
I
gives
swear.
a pragmatic
I'll
argument,
be well,
but
you'll be fine. And everything can go back to normal.
If you go a step too far, I'll kill you.
I shall be gentle as a babe. Let's make ourselves comfortable, shall we?
I can't believe we triggered this on night 2 though.
It's like a shard of ice into your neck. A quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens.
Oh, well, we've got persuasion's our best, yeah? We definitely don't have that. Need a 5. We get that from our bonuses. Still could have crit failed though.
Oh, of course. That was amazing. My mind is finally clear. I feel strong. I feel happy.
I look forward to seeing you fight. If this causes a notable improvement, then...
Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling. This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
You watch as he
Astarion
stalks
will
towards
remember
the
this.
forest, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
If I still have the exclamation mark above my head, then I'm just going to leave it be. Oh, right, I forgot about the condition on me.
Good morning. How do you feel? It'll pass. Just be glad I'm not a true vampire. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn. Like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers.
Is that how you can stand in the sun?
Oh no. I should be cinders in this light. I hadn't seen the sun for 200 years before we crashed here. Someone, or something, wants me alive. They've changed the rules.
It's still
Standing in
wild
the
to me that
Wading through
the
a river,
Elithid,
wandering into homes
the
without an
Absolute,
invitation.
is able
They're
to
all perfectly
change one of
mundane
the
activities now.
fundamental
As
natures
for my other quirks, well,
of a vampire.
we can figure those out in time. You're such a sweetheart. I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks.
There's still time.
Although there's still time.
So we're traveling with a vampire, are we? Of course we are. Word of warning, Astarion. I taste absolutely awful.
I'd just better not wake in the night to find fangs at my throat.
Odd that we've got Lizelle in the cutscene, considering she's technically not in our party at the moment. It's always the pragmatic nature.
She's not wrong. We're bound together, no matter what comes.
You say all the right words, but I'm not so sure you mean the right things. Still, I will respect the decision that was made.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
Okay, we're just gonna have to run with the exclamation mark. I still can't. In my previous playthroughs, it's taken me like
Speak.
till after we've gotten a lot further through Act 1 before
It is done.
he tries that. The first night, then, yeah, the first night, why can't I think? We see him stalking off to go hunt the boar. And then the next night he's attacking us. Like, that is very surprising. We don't even have a full party yet. I should actually speak to the rest of the camp, see what they have to say about this revelation.
How can I help?
What do you think about
We
the
all
vampire?
have our burdens, one way or the other.
Again, why do I choose the worst possible one to ask the first question? Like, that one with Lizelle, she was the only one I had the option with. That one with Shadowheart was ridiculous. The vampire one with Gale.
Memory loss isn't usually a symptom of ceremorphosis. If it is, they've forgotten to write it down in any text I've read on the subject. Then again, our case isn't exactly usual. Perhaps whatever's causing our tadpoles to remain in stasis has also affected your mind. If ceremorphosis takes place, all trace of your former self will be subsumed into the Mind Flayer's hive. So, to still be here, if a mite forgetful, still a win in my book.
A wee bit more than a might. Let's talk about my violent thoughts.
We all have those from time to time. I once wished a most impure demise on a colleague of mine who bought the last remaining copy of Etheril's Enchiridion of Enchanting Easements. It's a first edition, too.
She did not seem impressed
As
with
regards
that.
to your own morbid little fantasies, I'm sure they're nothing to worry about. So long as they remain fantasies.
I mean, that's a fair response from him. Now that she's in the party, does Lizelle have anything? Why am I on the rock?
Speak.
I guess we have to get through her dialogue.
I expect I am your first.
As far as I know.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Proportion-wise, it's not that large. Be silent.
Yes. Best to keep quiet, lest any drivel leak from your lips. No matter. I do not intend to stay long in this place.
Do you know much about Mind
I
Flayers?
understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate
You
a
really like
crash.
doing the
You
opposite
do
of
well to
Italian.
observe more and question less.
Makes me think of Seth Rogen.
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss.
And
Then you
starts
start
with
to
memory
hallucinate.
loss.
Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice.
So
Your
her
bones will
accounts are
change
different
form.
than
Your jaw will split to allow room
Gale's.
for 4 great tentacles.
Yet
All skin
most
will
of them
turn
are
to gore
the
and
same.
be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
I don't think panic is the right word for what that was just described brought to her, so try and play it off. How are you so calm?
Because I do not intend to let this happen. Not to me, and if you stick with me, not to you. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite.
I mean,
It's as
that
simple as
is
that.
as altruistic
The first
as
symptoms should have long since started, though.
Lae'zel
That is
can
what
be
puzzles
in
me.
this opening arc, so...
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
I mean, everything she just said makes sense. Like, about the, surprises.
My dagger-happy friend, what troubles you?
We'll leave the, Astarian dialogue for when we're next in camp, because we're already, like, 15 minutes into the
Something
stream.
matter?
I just want to see what she has to say about... Okay, she's got nothing to do with Astarian, so... Yeah, it's time to leave the camp. That, ended this last time, so we'll just click it again. I swear there used to be a button that specifically said leave the camp, but... Yeah, we're just gonna have to run around with the added dialogue. Not the added dialogue.
Hiding here.
The dialogue notification. Take that.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid
Do I
apprenticeship.
need to stop another argument?
Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once. Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Oh, it's a persuasion check, so... I mean, we did say that we'd be trying to help everyone, and trying to help the Grove is the best chance, is most likely to come with more fighters. But there's also the fact that 3 tieflings alone out on the road would not be a good, like, standing. Wonder what happens if I say nothing.
Roland's right, sis. We should leave while we still can. Or would you deny your brother here his chance at fortune in Baldur's Gate?
Fine. Let's sneak away like God's damned cowards. But if
Interesting.
something happens to these people, it's on us. I hope you know that.
And then I can't speak to it. I feel like that was a mistake, but... Also, you're not doing a very good job at sneaking away. Where'd the third one go? I don't know. They were just,
All is
in the same
ash
spot.
and meat.
Rightio. Who has all my weapons in that? That'd be... Lae'zel, is it? Yep. Lae'zel.
Blacketh's will be done.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
What ritual are you talking about?
I forgot.
I feel like
You're
she wouldn't
glowing.
ask that.
A few days hence, this grove will be completely concealed by thorny vines. None will be able to enter or leave. A drastic measure. But more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day. Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Oh, right. I forgot about. They changed up the UI. So I can't sell them out of the bag, okay. So I used to be able to, but 5, 10, yep. Then trade those. Cool. Do you have anything that I want? Missile snaring. Those are handy, but need a lot more gold than we have. Throwing boost, wear gate. Don't really throw. Bonus to strength, saving throws and checks. Disadvantage on stealth though. And Lae'zel's the only one who's proficient in that at the moment. Take 1 less bludgeoning. 1 to dexterity. 1 less slashing damage. Once per short rest you gain a level 1 spell slot. Burned alive deals additional if they're on fire, so okay. And I should have another one with all my junk in it. Shouldn't I? Alchemy? There are those. Ah. There we go. Now I can buy those.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
But not yet.
Let's move.
Refugees, adventurers, and even a drow. No one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
Are you really looking down the grove?
I know it's drastic, but more monsters seem to terrorize this region every day.
What about the people
We
here?
druids will be safe. As for those that took refuge here, well, may Sylvanas guard them as they continue their travels. As I said, it's a drastic measure, but the survival of the grove is paramount. There just aren't enough supplies to support everyone.
I'm looking
I
for
pray
a
no
healer.
goblin arrow has grazed you.
No.
Nettie could
Other
put you to
issues.
rights. She should be with the others in the inner chambers, but I doubt she'll be taking on new patients. The grove will be locked down soon.
Pretty sure she'll listen to me. Okay, I can read it without any issues. The middle pages of this book have been rendered illegible with age, save for the occasional name written in crimson ink. A newer, sturdier page has been inserted behind the front cover. It reads, found in the riverside structure to the south. Sheds no light on the purpose of the grim place, but confirms what we already know. It is very old. All else is speculation.
This is no fortress, and we're no warriors. Best be on my way.
Let's go around and talk to everyone before we continue on with the quest.
These tieflings prove fragile. I've a mind to end their misery myself.
Calm yourself. They're survivors, not soldiers.
I fail to see the distinction.
Aradin's back with his tail between his legs. I'm glad for your help, but I'd hoped you were Halsin.
Sounds like you've crossed paths with him before.
Yeah, when he ran off with the druid that saved our hides the first time. Without Halsin, this grove's not so friendly, I'll tell you that.
Never end.
No more trouble. Yet.
Okay, no, I can't get any of the other dialogue. There's the grave of the guy who was shot closing the gates.
I should speak up.
What
Glad
should
you made it
speak up
inside.
about?
Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though. There'll be more coming. Goblins hunting packs.
From this position?
Maybe, but we're not fighters. If they broke through, it'd be a massacre. The sooner we leave for Baldur's Gate, the better.
How far from the city
If the
are we?
road was clear, 10 days walk, maybe? But while the goblins are out there, it might as well be the other side of the world.
Fair enough. Are you the one crying about the guy's death?
Glad you were here for those goblins.
No.
Picked one off yesterday myself. Shot her through the throat. Well, that should have killed her, but she kept gasping. Clawing at the arrow.
We need to do some darker dialogue options, just as like our Durge blood coming through, so
That's what Zevlor said too. I hope you're right. I want to help. I just didn't think it would feel like this.
So a darker option, but also validation of other people having said a similar thing. Yes, I feel that's exactly what our character needs. Yeah, actually, managed to trigger the fight in time. Can I disengage? What is it? Control? No. Shift.
Ready or not?
Yeah, let's do that. Can I reach him? 50% chance with... Can I get the higher ground? Still a 50.
I speak,
good enough.
they burn. Indeed.
I didn't grab magic missile, so best we've got. I should have done that at camp. I'll do it after this. There's thunder. Missed, okay.
I am fury. I am death. Need to act fast.
got to press on.
Pretty sure you're hidden now too, yeah? Not quite. Yeah, get behind us. It's... Could have sworn there was a way to sneak around. Really, I don't hit the 88% with advantage.
Let's find some prey.
But I hit the 250%.
What's next?
Let's get this over with.
Make that 350%.
The dice roll in my favor.
How much further can I go?
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone... poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
I've got no idea what a soul coin is in the context of this, so...
You almost seem honest. Care
That's
to
because I
explain
am.
why you reek of the hells?
Mind Flayer adopted me. I don't know why that's persuasion, it's the truth. Eh. Need a 5, that should be fine.
Well, that's quite the story. And I thought I was doomed. Now I feel sorry for you.
Rude.
Here. Take this. It's worth a fortune. But a fortune's not worth much if you're dead. Consider it payment for saving my life.
What exactly is this coin?
It's a soul wrapped up in a terrible iron package. Don't ask whose, because I don't know. I hope it brings you better luck than it has me.
What's next?
Where the hell are you going?
All right, what now? At the ready.
I was genuinely surprised that we saved her. Because, like, the other times I've been up here, I've had to, like, actually know...
That might be worth a look.
I don't have a shovel. I had to know it was coming to get there in time to stop it. I've got to speak with animals, yeah? Let me speak to the squirrel. Okay, so we do still only have 3 companions in.
Get out!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
What's
You're
that for?
trespassing. This is my territory.
Bard intimidation. just attack me without provocation for something I would not have known. Yeah, let's go with that. We can say that she's more testy because of the blood loss.
Okay, calm down. We can make a deal. How about this? You can stay if you keep those ugly feet on the ground. I'll even sweeten the pot. Found some weird smelling stuff on the ground. You can keep it, but these trees are mine. Follow the rules and I won't have to intervene. Got it?
Gave me a hyena ear. Okay. And of course we can't use the lift down into the grove yet because of the bear sleeping on it, so gotta go the long way round. Oh, there's a second chest in there. That one's just closed. Don't need that. Oh, there's a plaque here. I
This
don't know if
grove
I've ever
is
read
kept
it.
by Sylvanus' faithful.
Short, sweet, to the point. "1 foot 2 feet, well met, will meet." Okay. I'll take that potato.
No helping it. We're exposed now.
Take that as well.
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blade.
1 foot 2 feet, well met, will meet. 2 drakes, 1 mink, 1 drought, 2 drinks. 1 bear, 3 bears, come join, drink here. 1 foot 2 feet, well met, will meet. Yondala and Gull shared twixt them a fowl, all covered in butter, and then liked each other. Along came a fly, who flew in with a cry to the buttered yowl of Yondala and Gull. When Gull took a bite, Yondala shrieked with fright, "Don't eat that, oh my, there's a butterfly." There was an old man named Almond, who made the best buns in Faerun. The elders did scold him whenever he sold them, saying, "I'll bring your buns to Almond." Also seems a wee bit suggestive, but
We've known enough grief this 10-day traveler. Don't be the cause of more.
I wasn't planning on it, but man and woman stand side by side in armor, emblazoned with a red fist surrounded by flame. Find pride and purpose in the flaming fist. Join today and protect Baldur's Gate. Led by Grand Duke Older Ravengard himself, you'll be tasked with guarding the city streets, protecting its people, and upholding the laws that govern us. Speak to any of our friendly fists throughout the city, or visit our headquarters at the Sea Tower in Boulder to find out how you can blaze a new career path today.
Take your time.
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
What I do for some salt?
So long as it's not stealing, I might as well just check everything.
Elbows high. Now pull back and swing.
Go back down so we're not encountering Will just yet. Interesting. I can open this without any issues? I would have thought that, at least to begin with, this would be a red zone.
Ah, you. Thank you. You stopped us from making a bad situation much worse.
The stories I was raised on don't equate drow with diplomacy. I'm glad to see they were baseless.
that's nice. New here? What is this place? Start by introducing ourselves.
Well met. Though I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove. Whatever your business here, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This latest attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Why must my dog do that? I've no quarrel with druids. Or those goblins. Have there been many attacks like that? I do sometimes wish this was more, you can take multiple branches in dialogue.
There have been several attacks by
But there are
different
some
monsters.
that seem like they should be able
Druids
to
blame us outsiders for drawing them here.
do that.
Nobody's
Don't.
welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We are no fighters. I've
So why
tried.
did you convince him to
Korga,
stop it?
their new first druid, won't see me. You, though. I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
I'll see what I can do.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt.
Canada
If we're
Starion.
forced to leave now, more of my people will die. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense, before more lives are lost. Oh, and if it's of any concern, you're brave to walk around without hiding your heritage. I'll make sure everyone knows that you helped us at the gate. No word from the scouts yet?
Can I?
But if there's a clear path past those goblins, they'll find it.
Yes.
I can read without. That's a lot of words. An excerpt from the ongoing metatext Rebound by, skipping over the name, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denier for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext, her god's annal for lost and hidden knowledge. But perhaps greater still than the monopoly as the continent's largest private army, the true achievement of the modern Zetarim is in the sanitized image they present to the world. Viewed by most as an efficient, if unscrupulous mercenary organization, few would guess at the Black Network's dark origins, as a cult dedicated to the dark god Bane, one bent towards bringing all peoples to heel beneath his creed of tyranny and domination. Many among their ranks scoff when confronted with this fact, citing overblown conspiracies and reassuring me that the only gods to whom the Zetarim give worship today are the twin deities Prophet and Power. This is not to say the organization has entirely shed its dark side. However, alongside the clenched fist of their military, another hand works from the shadows to ensure that the network prospers even in peacetime. For just as vital as the movement of troops is to the movement of goods, legal or otherwise, and there is no border or market that is ever truly closed to one bearing the seal of the Black Network. The stained well-thumbed pages filled with traveler advice that seems to be decades out of date. Those who seek to journey to the coast from the interior regions lying to the east will typically seek out the Risen Road. Running parallel to the river Hyontha, the Risen Road provides an overland route all the way from Elturel to Baldur's Gate, and has proven tempting to travelers seeking an adventure to the river barges that sail to Hyontha. A portion of the road approximately halfway between Elturel and Baldur's Gate has in recent years developed into an enclave for saloon worship with a temple of not insignificant splendor lying near the road. Indeed, an entire village, Moonhaven, has developed alongside the temple and can provide food and shelter for weary travelers. Further east lies the citadel of Moonrise Towers, where a toll is required for onward passage of goods and folks alike. Some are tempted to go off-road in order to avoid the toll. However, bandits and other dangers may cause them to pay a much steeper price. Traveler's Guide to Baldur's Gate. Variety is the blood of the city itself, for better or worse. The devoted will find a place of worship, the dedicated will find work to be done, and let it be fully understood by any who wish to visit. The criminal enterprises in Baldur's Gate thrive as heartily as the rest. Rightio then. Can I read the invasion plans?
If this map is accurate, we are in Eltergard. Baldur's Gate is some ways still.
Well, thank you.
Gnolls and goblins marked on the map. Travel won't be easy.
Any third part of that conversation? No. An aging map of Eltergard and its surroundings, the cities of Baldur's Gate and Elturel are both marked, but it's the wilderness in between that's covered in notes, symbols, and ciphers. The freshest ink marks pictographs of goblins and gnolls shown gathering in the forests and hills nearby. This should be the last book. In fact, the greatest joy in my life hasn't been acting, but becoming. When you choose a character to play, you don't just wear a mask. You take a little of their soul for your own. Whoever you are in your heart of hearts changes, if only for the faintest moment. Okay, can't look to see if there are any more books in those.
You're the one who helped at the gate. Glad to have another sword. We might need it.
Can't look in any of those, so let's read the final book. Have you ever had a god change your blood? It is a horrifying thing, even for those who may desire it. Yet few tieflings wished for Asmodeus to claim their bodies, only to be given no choice in the matter. It is not as if we were well loved before the Archdevil's gambit. Our people have always struggled against the notion of devilkin, as if a single drop of infernal ichor inescapably corrupts. How amusing when so many others willingly sell their souls to fiends, yet their cultures as a whole escape the blame. By what method can we redeem ourselves when the crime is not ours? I would drive a blade into every warlock that aided Asmodeus's damned ritual, but personal vengeance cannot undo the will of a god, much less one as slippery as the Lord of Lies. When every passerby thinks you a thief and heretic, it is deeply tempting to become one. The only thing that has stopped me is knowing Asmodeus wants nothing more than for all of us to fall from grace. That is a very heavy passage. Like, there is a lot in that one single excerpt from that book.
Don't make me hurt you, boy.
Too late! Looking at you is painful enough.
Well, in it.
Hope the goblins aren't smart enough to poison their blades.
Can't talk to either of them. There we go.
Only gonna ask you one more time, boy. Hand over my locket.
I don't have your ugly locket. I've never seen it before.
Hand it over or I'll slap the teeth out of your head.
We're not going to keep quiet. We saw what happened last time, and that was the unfavorable option. We're going to protect...
threatening me?
Do we give her a inbuilt desire to protect children specifically, or is it just he's the one instigating things? We'll go with persuasion. Get a 5 bonus, -1. Where's my advantage from? Good thing I did that. But why don't I have guidance? Where's Shadow Heart?
You don't understand. The kid stole my locket. He... Oh, the hell's with this? These little devils get away with everything because of coddling bastards like you. You'll get yours someday. I hope I get to see it.
Maybe you will, but personally, I doubt it. See you around.
Where'd the kid go? Who are you? Have I spoken to you?
Damn goblins.
Have we seen wounded people before? No. We could probably pass this off, though I don't think it'll give us the option to. Like I said, we need to get more of our... We'll say this is the first wound that we've encountered since coming back, so...
You lose yourself in the scab's weeping sea. It is no masterwork, but it provides a base bliss to gaze upon.
Like the sight of blood, do you? Thought you'd have had your fill at the gate. Might be more blood spilled yet, if Zevlor starts in on the lectures again. Oh, very gracious of you. We expected a soft job. Something to test the new lad, maybe, but not a bloody goblin nest. Most would have turned tail at the sight, but not Liam, no. He charged him, the stupid bastard.
Guessing that didn't end well. You left your friend to the goblins, so he died with bravery. Which one's Liam? Is he the one that bound and captured, or... That's antagonistic. That is diminishing of the grief she feels, so... And that just sounds like insensitive, so none of these are really good options. We're gonna go with, I'm guessing that didn't end well.
Nah. He must have thought we were following. Always the optimist was Liam. Hope they cut him down quick before he saw we were gone. Small mercies.
Okay, so that was a better ending than it could have been. Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast. Read this. With the dust of their journey still clinging to boot and cloak, the canny traveller will no doubt seek to secure accommodation within the city, post-haste. Below are some establishments that are typical of what the city has to offer. The Blade and Stars, easily identifiable by its sign, a wooden shield boasting a curved blade against a field of stars. A handwritten scroll in the margin note that the sign is currently not in place. This inn is is comfortable, quiet, and highly recommended for travelers seeking to recuperate from their journey. Expect unassuming fare at a reasonable price, moderately clean rooms, and passably clean patrons. The Blushing Mermaid. For those seeking an altogether rowdier night in the city, the Blushing Mermaid should be the first port of call. Named for the life-size wooden mermaid on display, this inn is known for its ill-reputed patrons, frequent brawls, and altogether unsavory reputation. Nevertheless, I feature it here owing to great interest for my readership. I can only advise that you exercise extreme vigilance should you choose this establishment. Elfsont Haven. Most of this passage is illegible due to water damage apart from the words and phrases nearest to the inner margin. Dimly lit. Proprietor Alan. Disembodied elvish singing voice. So there are a few places to check out when we actually get to the city.
Wretched thing, pull yourself together.
There's another book up here. Another 2 books.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate. Cats, though?
Really? An
a
entire
little orange
city
cat. And a
that
house
doesn't
with a
allow
little door
dogs.
so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out. Thanks. I suppose we'll all need it.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city?
New life entirely, a wholly new person. I'm quite clueless. How can I make... I feel like if you chuck a laughing tone onto this, how can I think to the future if I can't remember the past? Oh, it's how can you make plans? Then this one.
Know what you mean.
Do we ever?
But I've heard there's all sorts in the city. It might not be like it was in El Terrell. I mean, in Baldur's Gate, they give you a chance.
Good luck to you. Wish us a little too.
I
think we'll all need it.
Surely destined for the slaughter. What would be more perfect than to die by your love's side? And known love was not enough.
Well, considering that dialogue, we seem to have
My love, you were a caravan escort for 3 days.
been good with getting more dirge out of this.
Well, it was his
Read
caravan.
that. Why are they so... Why can't they just have it like that? An excerpt from the True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrae Morrow, a pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is known never to have left his native Waterdeep, and emerged from her rooms at the yawning portal only to exchange scrolled manuscripts for fresh meals and ink. And thus, in the light of the Feywild's near-setting sun, we pass into a land of the Eladrin. My astute resolution to sail around their forests was betrayed. It seems to me that the river itself conspired to change course, bring the new bride into the shadows of the trees, that I might see those dancing figures up close. The forms of the Eladrin with which I am now intimately familiar is that of elves as seen in a fevered dream, slender as wands and with hair of every changeable hue. Their moods mirror what fair wildness from which they spring. One moment gentle as a still pond, the next inexorably and deadly as a falling mountain. The latter I experienced only after spending many agreeable hours, or perhaps seasons, amongst them. A halfling woman, employed among my crew as a smith, dared to raise her voice in song above that of our hosts. The depths of the insult became clear as the forest fell into silence, and it was only quick thinking on my part that delivered a compromise. When we left, it was without our smith, and the only sound was the solitary ring of her hammer as she endeavoured to forge a blade that would sing for the Eldrin more sweetly than she. It has been some centuries since. I hope she has succeeded by now. I mean,
I'll talk to the guards. Baldur's Gate.
when it comes to the fair folk, that's probably a good compromise. It's been an hour and I have not progressed the plot at all.
You sound like your father.
Yeah, that sounds about right. The book naturally falls to a dog-eared page in which Bumpo describes the more unusual races he has met on his travels. But they weren't half so strange as the bird folk. Most Aarakocra I met had the head of a parrot, the body of a human, and wings also of a parrot. I tried not to stare, but it was real hard. Turns out she was one of a motley party, cause around her table were a tabaxi, catfolk, a ganassi, element folk, and a turtle folk. Trying to act casual, I asked them what the hell they all were. They ignored me, and I can't blame them. To them I must have looked awfully dull and average, for they were the first of their kind I'd seen, but I was just one of a billion boring humans to them. Fair enough, what even was that? Should we speak to Aradrin?
Easy money. If it ain't the friendly drow. Thought you were with the goblins when you showed up at the gate. Glad you weren't. You fight well. Not like them bloody tieflings.
I feel like she just, with how he acted to Zevlor and that, I feel like she'd just try to talk to him as little as possible. Could you use some help? Is there a hero?
You're out of luck. Alcin, druid who runs this place, knew his stuff. But he ain't here anymore. Think he's got an apprentice running around somewheres though. Nadine, Natalie, something like that.
And then, do you have any idea where Halson went?
We've got a contract to track down some relic, and he wanted in on the job. Eyes lit up when he heard about it. Didn't work out though. Goblins got him when we were turning tail. He's either digging latrines or boiling in a cookpot by now.
Can I look at this contract?
Job's all yours, if you got a death wish. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
An idea what the relic actually is?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be back here with half my crew gone. But look,
They're
if you're
not
itching to
really
meet Kellen,
equatable.
I won't
You
stop
can
you.
know what the
It's
relic
called the
is.
Night Song.
Or did it say where?
Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us.
I'd give you the map and wish you a happy funeral, but my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own todger. Goblins made sure to the fat old chunk.
All I've got's the contract. It'll show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die. A while after this.
No helping it. We're exposed now.
Can't wait to get back to the gate.
The way he said "don't thank me" reminded me of Hermes from Epic.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Why are they both about drow?
Look, It ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me. What'd I do for some salt?
Oh. Volo's complete guide to the behavior of nymphs. Okay, let's see what Volo has to say about nymphs. I don't remember what Volo sounds like. The book is handwritten in a singing scroll. The red ink of an eager editor slashes through most of the contents. 2 inscriptions, each in a different hand, are scribbled inside the cover. V. Absolutely not. E. Dearest Elminster, while you may lack imagination, nymphs, I assure you, do not. Nor does the public that eagerly awaits this work. I will refrain from publishing this piece for now, but only that I may conduct a more extensive bout of research. Your friend of many years, Volotham Gadrum, author, researcher. Raconteur? Don't know that word. So, Elminster knows Volo?
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh. You're twitching something fierce, love. And your eyes. You look like you don't know the meaning of the word sleep. Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
What are you, an alchemist?
Oh, nothing as fancy as that. But I come from a long line of women with a dab hand at such things.
Ah, holistic methods.
Aha! You take a sup at that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
And what is this exactly? I feel like that may be offensive to a home remedy person, but it's a good question to ask. Anything they try and give you, ask what it is, exactly. Might this concoction help with something more serious?
Oh, 'tis just a healing potion, nothing fancy. Here. You just look like you might need a pick-me-up. I'm sorry to go on about it, but are you all right? You're looking awful peaky.
Don't really know what's wrong with me, that's the problem.
Then let old Auntie Ethel have a look at you. First things first. Tell me what's at you.
You know what? Let's go with that.
That's as serious gets. Our past defines us, Petal. Without it, why, we could be anyone. Were you hurt recently? An accident of some sorts? That could explain things.
Why do I feel like this would get a laugh out of Ethel? Don't know, I just don't know.
It's all right. All you need is a bit of love and care, don't you think? If I was back in my tea house, I'd make you a cuppa and tell you to put your feet up. Alas, here I can only tell you to be kind to yourself, Petal. And encourage you to browse my bits and pieces, of course. Let me know if anything catches your eye. Myself included.
Yeah, let me see
Hey,
your wares.
bother.
Oh, a potion of greater healing. Yes. Natural pugilism. Pugilist. You gain a 1 bonus to unarmed attack rolls and damage. So, you've got a weapon that gives you bonus to unarmed. That doesn't really seem to work. Now, if they were on a piece of armor or some gloves, that makes sense. Unhampered resistance. While the wielder is not wearing armor, they receive a +2 bonus to saving throws. And then a whole bunch of reagents.
Take care now, sweetie.
We'll leave talking to Damon till after we've gotten Karlach.
Goblins, druids, this grove is a death trap. Grab what you can and get out. That's my advice. Is that everything? Whatever comes.
Do we have,
I'll go this way.
possibly...
I can do better. I must.
Time to press ahead.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the point. Get out of the
What
way.
should
She
we
didn't
do with
kill your brother,
Sasa?
Arca. You're better than this.
Your mind wanders. If the crossbow bolt shot through her mouth, would she taste the metal before she died?
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with.
This is wrong, isn't it? Don't know how to play this. I think because she's in the cage, there'd be no joy coming from the blood of Bowl, because what good is killing an unarmed, unbound foe? So her more compassionate side would come out.
I didn't ask for you to say a damn thing! Keep out of it!
Yeah, we're moving in front of it.
Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector. You gonna kill her too?
You, move!
I don't know her brother's name, so I'm not going to do that. If it had been, weren't it avenge your brother? Go with that. Still don't have access to guidance. I've been getting some good rolls today.
What in every hell is wrong with you? Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Your soft heart will be the death of us.
Gods, you're exhausting.
I'm not getting
Fine,
any
then.
disapproval messages.
It's all right, Arca.
Oh,
Let's go.
right there.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids and your birdie.
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and
I
adventure.
don't have any
Why don't we
magical
take a little break?
artifacts.
Allow ourselves a few moments of rest. Gives me a chance to talk to you about something, well, rather important.
Rather important, no less. Alright, go ahead.
We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. In short, I've grown to trust you.
It's very gratifying to hear.
The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly.
You also feel disgusted by how life, miserable as it is, insists on persisting in the most wretched world. A part of me wants to play a pure Durge run, but if I played full Durge, then we wouldn't have Gale here to get that dialogue. So that would have to be a partial Durge, like a Durge Succumb. A failed resist, possibly. Kind of
Specifics
condition.
are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with, though not without some effort.
Sounds
What it
like
comes
my
down to is this.
chronic back pain.
Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
I'm not sure if chronic pain is the right word. I know what it's caused. It's caused by severe scoliosis, but it's a infliction I've learned to live with. What kind of items are we talking about? Wouldn't that ruin the items? What happens if you don't consume these artifacts? You're addicted to magic. What happens if we... I feel like you'd want more information, because we don't have any magical items.
I'll spare you the finer details, but begins with a simple biological deterioration, muscle spasms, disorientation, a slight ringing in the ears, and, if left for too long, catastrophe. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? Critical.
Done fine without me so far. Happy to help. Where do you suggest we find the artifacts?
As luck would have it, Faerun is full of them, though I do feel obliged to point out that items of power tend to be in the hands of the powerful. There'll be danger involved, or great cost.
Don't worry, I'm happy to help. Why exactly would I risk either of those things? At the end of all that, I lose valuable artifact. We'll go with I'm happy to help.
Splendid. Bit of boldness will serve us well. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure.
And yet, I have not
the allure
found any.
magic artifacts hold. I understand their value and their power. All this to say, I understand the sacrifice I ask of you. But if I may be so bold, it's for a very good cause indeed. I hope I can count on you.
Now, for the point of this, I want to speak to Saga.
Sorry. Didn't expect to see a drow in here. Did the boss lady send you to rescue me?
Interesting. That's a... She doesn't like deceiving. The problem is, I think this... We can't deceive to get information out of her. We have to, we have to either keep her here and get nothing, or free her, in which case then we run negative faction with the everyone around here. Who's your boss
Another
lady?
drow. She's one of my best mates. Thought you might work for her. Get me out of here, and I'll take you to meet her and the rest of my tribe.
What could a tribe of goblins... Nah, we'll go with who's the absolute.
The Absolute is gold from the sky, she is. The blessing in the storm and the storm itself. We're burning her name across the face of the world, we are.
Could you possibly offer me?
The power of the Absolute, of course. Priestess Scut will tell you all about it, and make sure you have everything you need. Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating they take. Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
Priestess Scud is quite a name. Tell me more.
Got a whole lab set up. Cooks up potions that fix our lads, no matter how much of a beating
Didn't
they
we
take.
just hear this?
Could probably stick your head back on if someone was to chop it off. Mighty booyog.
Aha. I'm just gonna leave that there.
Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring. My dagger.
I think I'm gonna sneak around. Problem is, she wouldn't know about...
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
Yeah, for that you get to stay in the cage. There's no way for her to think of going this way other than just investigation.
What's that?
Because there's a like hidden tunnel. Is it, or is this the... Ah. Yes, this is the hidden tunnel. Not doing that yet.
You're gonna be sorry, every last one of you.
That's not where I clicked, but okay.
Stop! This place is off limits. Leave. In a secluded place all alone. It would be too easy to do away with her, far beneath your talents.
Oh sure, we can get guidance in that. As long as that's not a 1. I forgot to take into account the negative
You
1.
note her grimace of pain. Something is wrong with her legs.
Damn it! Don't look at me like that. You can stay. Just keep your hands to yourself, all right? I'd just fall back down. Legs are as steady as a foal's. Bloody potion!
Where are you standing after too many potions? That's quite a dodgy brew. Resist the urge?
From the old lady in the cave. The one with the lotions and potions. To her credit, it worked. I'm as strong as a bugbear. And fearless. Course she also warned of side effects. Should have listened. Now I'm stuck guarding crates.
Doesn't sound like a side effect at all. Let me heal you. Let's go with that. Need a 10, 3, 5, up to 9 minus 1, so max 8 bonus. Get a 2 on a max. Oh, right there. How have I never noticed that little max bonus? Well, the bonus 5 to 8.
All right. I guess being fearless won't help if an arrow comes flying right at me. Here.
Very mercenary of you. I wouldn't have done it any differently.
Thank you for the approval. Pocket the money and leave. I'm pretty sure that I don't have an ability to help her. Not I, tab. Spell book. I don't think Cure Wounds is the spell we want. Gail's got no healing abilities. I want to say it's like move curse.
What's next? This way.
We'll try healing word.
Did that? No, damn it. Still nothing. Maybe it just needs time to wear off. Fingers crossed the goblins don't return anytime soon.
Paralyzed. Don't have anything for like removing paralysis. And like the potions. Do I? Speed. Other than that, it's just healing potions. Don't know why they weren't all stacked, but I don't have anything to actually help her with at the moment. Did you give 1 gold to each party member? Oh, I'm still Shadowheart. The pages are stained with dust and mud, but between screeds about hygiene while travelling on the road, your eyes settle on this section. There were those that warned me against straying from the river, but I was out searching for an adventure, and where better than the fields of the dead. Living in Baldur's Gate, one hears much about the grand grassy plains, but one never visits, and for a place with such a desolate name, it is positively teeming with life. Well, perhaps not teeming, but there are honest farmers to be found there, and a large number of ravens. Alas, I had no time to venture near the high hills, or barrows as the locals called them, but I am told that ancient artifacts are all but bursting out of the ground. A fine spot for a little relic hunting. I think that might be in reference to
Never quiet.
the thing to the east.
Wonder if the gods are
What? Wait! You promised! Gods! Gods! Gods!
There's literally nothing I could do there.
Let me out, you bunch of softies!
How did I miss these two? Oh wait, no. These are the ones that were in the prison. I didn't miss them.
Having fun with your new goblin friend? Bet you aren't.
Please, leave us be. This isn't a good time.
It's fine, Memnos. I've had some time to think since we last talked. Can't say I'm enjoying it much. I wonder when the goblins will come. I could use the target practice.
Step, parry, strike, damn it! It's just not landing.
Having some trouble?
Nothing but. Goblins in the wild, out for blood, and the druids in here looking to kick us out. Or worse. We need to be ready for a fight. But I'm useless with a sword.
Our guidance is worn off. Is this going to be the first fail of the stream? No.
I'll try and brace them better. Like so. Step, brace, parry, swing. Yes! You really know what you're doing. Found this by the road. Bet you'll put it to good use.
Don't shout your moves.
Yes. I'll bite my tongue when the time comes. Hopefully, it's just the goblins we have to worry about. The druids are treating us like vermin.
I'm getting a surprising amount of Lizelle approves.
Thank you.
Compared to how I normally... No.
And give it a good
Gale got caught by the guard. Should we send our wizard to prison?
Good work, kids. You're all heroes.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell.
Try to talk your way out. You guys got a +1 in charisma, +2 proficiency. People like you and me don't need to waste our time debating who's where and why. Well, Gale's going to prison. I could inspiration. I'm maxed out on inspiration, so.
Your words are enough to resolve the matter. Still, you need to leave. Should you transgress again, your efforts to talk yourself out of trouble will be of little use.
Dang it, Gale.
I venture forth.
Still alive. So
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you.
Are you shitting
to a
me?
cell.
At least I'm gonna have a much better chance at. What even is trespassing when you think about it? It's just being in a place. What's the crime of that? Did I not click on myself? Take advantage, got... Oh. Okay. Get to use my bardic inspiration. I thought I clicked on myself.
Your conviction is enough. This will be taken no further. Nonetheless, this area remains forbidden. Should you attempt such a feat again...
Yes. No, I...
Never wanted the easy path.
This is a restricted
Fuck
area.
off, mate.
Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell.
Fine. One of you is going to prison.
Guards! Guards! One day, I'll catch a break.
Don't say that.
I'm just sad.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and your dogs.
Punch that door. Is there a way to get Gale out without him breaking his way out? Go where I'm telling you to. Just leave Gale there for a second.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, And your birdies. And your dogs.
Now, let's talk to Will like we were going to.
The Blade of Frontiers. What a thrill for the children.
They're tough kids. Smart, too. The future's in good hands.
I have something to ask.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Oops. Knock that off my desk. Let's see.
You're on the right path, Umi. Go on now. Practice what you've learned. Well met. The Blade of Frontiers at your...
The man's smile bends downward, and his thoughts become yours. You are the Blade of Frontiers, racing through the wastes of Avernus. Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship. Better friends than the ones hitching a ride in our skulls, at least. I'm sure you know the stories. Doomed to shed our skin and become illithid. They say there's no coming back. But we haven't sprouted any tentacles. Not yet, anyway. Could just be good luck. I'm not so...
Your minds collide once more. Will chases the fiend ignited with rancor. She is an infernal war devil. A threat to the living. Evil incarnate.
Shit! You saw her.
Yeah, twice now.
Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus
Hey,
Diaboli.
I actually succeeded in
Devil's
a
advocate.
passive check.
A champion in the blood war between diabolical forces and demons.
Hunting in the Hells? Dangerous territory.
I'm no stranger to the infernal. Better to slay a devil before her fires burn common folk to ash. Her name is Karlak, an archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill.
I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her.
She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
Let's go with... She wouldn't want to break her promise, but when she actually meet... We'll go with that.
A tadpole feasts on our skulls, and you're signing on to chase devils.
I've seen your people in battle. I reckon you are no mere warrior, but a god's damned army. I'd be a fool to let you turn your back. Pledge me your talents, and I'll pledge you mine. I'll presume that's Githyanki for yes. Now let's move.
The famous Blade of Frontiers in the flesh. Clever, this hero act you've got going.
Hero, Blade. Name strangers gave me. My friends call me Will.
Excellent. If we ever become friends, I'll know what to call you.
Oh my.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun journey.
I don't think I've ever had that dialogue from Shadow Up
Any
before.
questions, children?
Okay, I'll get back in the party. Okay, what warlock abilities can we give Will? See, this is part of why I chose to become a bard. One, because you don't think of a drow as a bard, and two, we've already got a warlock in the party. You get a warlock spell slot, Eldritch invocations, get a new spell. Let's see, Burning Hands, Expeditious Retreat, what's that one? Command. Don't need another chunk. Hellish Rebuke. That seems like an AoE, whereas that's situational. Then again, react is you get hit, you can hit back, so might go with Hellish Rebuke. Then again, I have to activate that for that to happen. I think that one. When you cast Eldritch Blast, add your charisma. We'll go with that, because I use Eldritch Blast a lot, and he's got a 17 in charisma. It's a +3. Cast Mage Armor on yourself at will, without expending a spell slot. Beast Speech, Beguiling Influence, Proficiency in Deception and Persuasion, Devil's Sight, Fiendish Vigor, you can cast False Life on yourself at will, what is, gain 7 temporary hit points. It says it in the... That's not bad. Take him up to 24. Disguise Self. Hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push them back. Like I said, I'm going to use that, but I've never been one to like knockback, so probably not. Long Rest, you can cast Bane. That says using a Warlock spell slot. Cast one with Shadows. Vanish in the darkness and become invisible so long as you stand still. No. I think we'll go with Fiendish Vigor. Let's see, what spells does he have? The Arms of Hadar and Armor of Agathis. So if he's already got a temporary hit point and that one takes a spell slot, whereas this one, that one doesn't. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Waiting to get into me.
Where did I put that?
If we left, we could at least make a run for it. We're exposed now.
I was going to go through more of the Grove, but it's already been almost 2 hours, and like I said, I haven't really done much, so We're gonna go get Karlach. If I can remember where exactly she is.
I'll give it a shot.
No, I want to go that way.
I'll be keeping an eye on you. Understand?
If I choose to kill you, you will not even see it.
First up. This is the one I'm thinking of, yeah? Yes. Because we got that, Harper note. Tell us about the cache here.
No time for
Nope,
mercy.
do not. Well, get out of my way. What's that? Get an additional level 2 spell slot. Until a long rest.
Something over there.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Survey the spiders. Get a +2 and a -1. Need a 10, so we'll take guidance. Not that we needed it.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within.
We'll
Your
go with
voice
our,
draws their attention.
bard.
They are suspicious, then curious, and finally, at peace. One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs. You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
Spider egg. Cool. So we got that. Now, which one was Karlach again? No. That's all the Grove stuff. Can I get off the... Nope, gotta go back this way. Gale couldn't jump up. No, wait, Gale's still... Gale! The hell are you doing? Why are you in the rock face?
The air is ripe with magic. Immediately.
You're gonna be sorry! Every last one of ya!
Is this everything? I think that's everything.
What is the group up called?
On my way.
Gale, why can't you just...
Right away.
Any questions, children?
I don't see why he wasn't able to group up with us last time.
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
What path lies?
So, you know about these parasites. Will we survive them?
Only if I
These
can
tracks.
extract.
Squat.
The only other cure is
Bow-legged.
the blade.
Goblins, I'd say.
No, don't want to go down that path yet.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
Who cares about some pig? It's dead. Let's go.
Odd, I would have thought there'd be some... Can I inspect? I would have thought there'd be some sort of, information about, like, Astarion claiming it as one of his own.
Giants without breaking a sweat. Now, a mere werebear could swat me halfway to arm.
Strange things are happening to us. What festers in our minds may well impel our bodies.
Take all
Dead
that.
goblins, dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?
Huh. Neat. Some new spells for Gale. Drawn in thick charcoal lines upon an animal's skin, this childlike portrait depicts three stick figures. A goblin with sparks in his hair, a square humanoid figure, and what seems to be an elf. Each of them is wearing a simple crown. That guy died with a lot of food on him.
So, Gith, aren't you worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us?
My name is Lae'zel Chucky. And my kin will understand my need for servants. They will help you, but only if I ask.
Very well.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly.
What happened here?
I told you to go.
Perception's not that good. Let's this be the one I fail. Yep. Oh no. Still managed to squeak through.
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch.
You know my name. Interesting. A predator wouldn't care to learn it. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest.
I don't think he's going to wake up.
Of course he will. And then we'll return home.
What happened to your friend?
We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on 2 legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
Come on, you can travel with me if you like.
No, I won't leave him.
If he doesn't wake up, follow my scent. I have a camp.
If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
Just gonna loot your dead friend. It's a tough letter. 9 fingers. I won't come back to the city. Not while you have your thugs looking for me. If you want your debt paid, you'll have to trust me and collect it yourself. Go to the graveyard and look for where the M. Kerwin is buried. Get digging and you'll find enough valuables to settle matters between us. Don't go looking for me. I'll know when I'm safe. Don't know why I decided transatlantic, but... Davin, it's a boy. He's healthy and perfect. I've named him after his father. Come back and see us as soon as you can leave. Love, Flora, and Davin Jr. And personal note. Gumwick, be doubly careful on your way back to Baldur's Gate. I've received more reports of attacks on travelers throughout the region. I can't have my best messenger winding up face down in a ditch somewhere. Watch yourself. Better late than never. Well, he's not face down, nor would I call this a ditch, so... Anyway.
Still in control. Just.
Is this not the path? I thought this was the path to... Because there she is. That's way too far. So this must be.
At least things have stayed interesting.
How would you punish someone who wronged you?
What now?
Wrong me how?
Say, murder or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
Ladies, stop chatting and jump.
By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
Shadowheart, what are you doing?
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Have to keep going.
Okay, pile of bones with a candle on it. That's weird.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
You're the devil we've been hunting. Karlach, right?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
what was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She's a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Be practical. She's infested, same as us. And powerful too. We can use her as an ally. Would she... I feel like this is the most middle ground option. But with what she saw, like yes, she did see fighting for Zariel a little, but she also saw fighting against. And could very well be like how Lilith sees herself at least partially complicit in the like actions with her band of bards that adopted her. But now we'll go to the middle ground.
I don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
You saw her thoughts. She poses no danger to the Sword Coast.
You know monsters, right?
Everyone
Better
approved
than
of
anyone.
that.
Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
I'm
well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
Do you want me to kill the people hunting you?
Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
I forgot how much Shadowheart likes strong people. Well, let's do it.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Whew. I'm getting all het up. Let's make tracks.
I don't think so. Why? Friend of yours?
Patriarch of the Tsar family. Nasty fellow, if the histories are accurate.
I'll wait for them to
I
finish.
imagine they are.
Let's speak to Will.
So, Will, now that we've made peace, how about we get to know each other properly? What's your story?
Not so much a story as a pantomime. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Someone set you on Karlach's tower. I'd like to know who.
I would too. Go on, Will. We're listening. Who sicked you on me?
You're not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to your throat, Karlach.
You make it sound like a harvest of devils coming for you, Will.
You're closer than you know. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll face my penance.
Intriguing. A chance to see the blade squirm, perhaps?
You don't know the half of it.
Really? After everything that's just happened, I now apparently have no camp events. Let's level up Karlach. I'm gonna make a pretty controversial choice with her leveling up. It's the choice I make every time I play her, or play with her in the party. Or is that a level 3 thing? To your next turn you have advantage on attack rolls, but enemies will also have advantage on you. Guess it's a level... There we go. Searing Smite. Weapon there. I don't think I've ever actually seen that one. We want the wild magic. I love the wild magic on her rage. That's the controversial one I was going with.
Seek and you shall find.
Why is she level 3 but everyone else is...
Moving ahead.
Okay. It's weird. I think before we go into this, even though it's not really needed, since we've got such a big party, but we're gonna short rest.
And here I go.
I want to move you up there.
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Out of sight.
Augusto will affix the Zafisk, the purifier, to our heads. Its magic will kill the parasite in an instant.
things worse than gnolls out there.
Nothing we need to worry about.
How about a dragon? Would that worry you?
I'd give it a bloody good fight, that's for sure.
Only thing you give a dragon is bad gas.
Carefully now.
No, it's not really in her nature to sneak attack someone.
Please, no more. Leave us in peace and we shall leave you in kind.
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home.
I've always found it interesting that there are so many different, like, mythologies baked into D&D. Really, this is the one I fail? Like, you've got Asmodeus, which one of the princes of hell. You've got Tyr, which is a Norse god. Mephistopheles. I forget where exactly that one comes from, but I know it's another demon name.
There's something in the squint of his eye. You suspect he's lying.
Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend anymore. Karlak, you're going home in pieces if needs must. And you'll soon learn what it means to ally yourself with the likes of this garbage.
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back!
Weave, save me. I cannot take much more.
Really? You all had to be grouped up, didn't you?
They won't know what bit them.
Blood comes easy these days.
Do I have any inspect? Wisdom, charisma, or strength? What does Hex do? Oh, this isn't the spell I thought it was. I was thinking of Hex.
With haste.
Unleash me.
Eat this.
Let's end this.
You had to get rid of the ladder, didn't you? Missed.
Have to keep going. Swift and lethal.
75 there. 84 there. Yeah, may as well pommel strike as well.
My turn.
Karlak. Oh, really? It's gonna make me prone. I've got no choice. want my options lost. Great job, Will.
Fleet of foot.
Mayhaps I should have, wanna disengage.
This will do nicely.
What should I do?
They both failed their saving spell. She's a cleric, so I can't heal Carla.
Heading there.
A tale for the ages. On the victor's path. Making my move.
Step quick.
Battle of wits.
24 and you're going for Will. 25, you've got the hunter's mark though. You're the one who took out most of... Really? Okay, I'll just get away from everyone else.
Finish this.
After this battle, we're gonna have to do a long rest.
Victory awaits. This is your end.
Battle favors the fearless.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
The witching hour.
Got one spell slot left. No, because that's gonna hit Will.
Concentrate. Victory awaits. I will not be feared.
On the victor's path.
%60 versus 60 either way. Can one of you help me up?
What am I to do?
Everything is clear.
Much longer like this.
Fuck them. Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash.
Zari won't get near you again. We'll make sure of it. Or tear this place apart.
That's right, she won't. She can't. She couldn't even lay a finger.
Wait. God damn it.
No time to dally. A little help.
The rot of death.
How the hell did I just die?
Trust no one.
Karlak, you just killed me. Hey Karlak, sweetie. Can you stop raging for a second, come revive me?
Feed if you must, Astarion. But give me so much as a hungry look, and I'll drive a stake through your heart.
Take fuel!
Wounds are too much to bear.
Get back in the party. You two.
Can't afford to stay idle.
I want to be first. Screw it, that's good enough. Okay. So what? Oh, I get level 2 spells. Blindness, calm emotions, cloud of daggers, crown of madness. Detect thoughts, that's a good one. Though I don't want to have to use a spell slot on it. Enhance ability, enthrall, heat metal, hold person, invisibility, knock. Knock is handy to have if you weren't playing with Astarion. Lesser restoration. See, it would have been real nice if I had that before we met up with Thingo. Phantasmal Force. Creature each turn, the type of damage changes to the last type. I think I want that one. College of Love. So basically, oh, what's it called? I always forget the name of it. It's basically damage with insult. You pursue beauty and truth, collecting knowledge from scholarly tomes to peasants' tales, and use your gifts to hold both audience and enemies. College of Valor, you wander the land to witness and relate the deeds of the mighty, keeping alive the memory of heroes of the past and inspiring to the future. Combat Inspiration. College of Swords gets highly trained and skilled warrior. Now I'm going College of Love. I can't trade out a level 1 for a level 2, so we'll just keep. Oh! I get extra proficiencies? Got nothing on athletics, so let's add one of those. Got nothing on animal handling and got nothing on survival. Yeah, let's do that. Skills with expertise is performance and persuasion. Yeah, let's go with that. Astarion's level up. Arcane Trickster. As quick with a spell as you are with a lockpick, your illusions and enchantments keep opponents on the back foot. Thief, your quick hands and mastery of the lascivious arts make stealing second nature, be it from a third floor window or a forgotten ruin. Fast hands, bonus action. You prefer to deal sublime punishment to a single foe at a time, not in a duel mind, because a duel implies chivalry, and you're too busy getting the job done for honor. In combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet. Ambush after 6. Quick as an alley cat and immediate restore your actions and bonus actions. What cantrips can he have? Acid, Bone Chill, Poison Spray, Ray Frost, Shocking Grasp, Blade Ward. He's a bit squishy, so maybe Blade Ward. True Strike, Minor Illusion, Light. Take those two. Charm Person, Color Spray, Disguise Self. And I don't know what the point of this spell is. But I guess it does make sense on a rogue. Burning Hands, Charm Person, Chaotic Orb, Chromatic Orb, Expeditious. That could help. False Life, Feather Fall, Find Familiar, Fog Cloud, Rare Sickness, Magic Missile, Long Strider, Enhanced Sleep. If we're going to use him properly, which is to duck away and then attack from the shadows, Expeditious Retreat should... Sounds good. Level up our Cleric. Paired spells, level 2, no. Warding Bond, ward an ally, they gain resistance to all damage and one to their armor class and savings throws. Calm Emotions, Prayer of Healing. Heal all allies you can see outside of combat. Spiritual Weapon. Enhanced ability. Bestow a magical enhancement upon an ally. They gain advantage on ability checks with a chosen ability. Blindness. Silence. Ooh. That means they can't cast spells, right? With a verbal component. So like Ignis and that. Take that. We're not going to use that, so we'll take Prayer of Healing. Or... No, I think we'll go Spiritual Weapon. I like the Inflict Wounds, though I have to be close for it. Guiding Bolt. Radiant damage is powerful. We'll keep that. She's a cleric, so as many healing spells as makes sense. 4 to 11 and 4 to 3. One's an action, one's a bonus action. Yeah, it just makes sense to have a healing on each attack, plus restoration gets... Yeah, that's probably the best way we can set her up at the moment. Enhanced Jump. As a paragon of tactical superiority, you employ a wide array of combat maneuvers to dominate every fight. 4 superiority dice. Your superiority die are d8s. You have 4. At fighter level 10, the dice become d10s. They fuel your Battlemaster maneuvers and are expended upon use. You regain expended after a short or long rest. Eldritch Knight. You're a warrior with spell and sword, weaving incantations that supplement your extensive martial expertise. No, that doesn't really feel like it works with Lozelle. Weapon bond though, that does. What spells can she get? I'm gonna assume it's... yeah, it's pretty much the same as usual. Champion, you approach a complex problem posed by combat with one distinct effective solution. You hit those problems. Really quite hard. The number you need to roll... what are the battle maneuvers? Direct an ally to strike a foe. The ally uses a reaction on the next turn to make a weapons attack. Chance of disarming. But that specifically says it spends a superiority die. Deals an additional 1d8 damage. Distract your target, giving your allies advantage. You can evade attacks by imposing disadvantage on melee attacks. You can use both your action and bonus action on a turn to attack the target with advantage. Deal an extra damage. Deal an additional damage and attempt to goad your targets into attacking you. Target receives disadvantage on other creatures. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8. On hit, select which friendly creature will gain half its movement speed. It will not provoke... oh. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals additional damage. And chance of frightening. To add it to the result of an attack roll. Push the target back 4.5, no. Rally, giving everyone plus 8 hit points. Repose, a hostile creature misses with a melee attack. Deal additional 1d8 damage. Sweeping attacks. Attack multiple enemies at once with a 1d8 of damage. Trip attack, spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals an additional 1d8 damage and possibly knocks the target from. Those are cool, but I think we're going with champion. What is level 3 warlock get? Gain improved spells. What's that? Darkness. Crown of Madness. That's all that. Throw. Go with Misty Step. Or do I want... mirror image is nice to have, but no. Gain the service of a familiar, a face spirit that takes the form of your choosing. This can be animal, imp, or quasit. You can summon a packed weapon or bind the one you are wielding, making it magical. Packed weapons uses the wielder's spellcasting ability modifier instead of strength or dexterity. So you'd be using charisma on my rolls instead of strength or dex. Ooh, that is what this little star means. Or not. Patron grants you a grimoire called the Book of Shadows, which guidance, vicious mockery, and thornwood. Vicious mockery, that's the one that I was forgetting. Really, it only does 1d4 damage. We'll go with that. Find the main hand weapon. Its damage becomes magical. You cannot drop or throw it. You become proficient with it if you aren't already. You can have one packed weapon at a time. The weapon returns to previous state if you are more than 1.5 meters away from it. We'll go with that. He gets no specialty. Arcane Lock. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Blur. Detect Thoughts. Still don't want to use a spell on that. Dark Vision. Enlarge, Reduce. Flaming Sphere. 2d6 of damage. Gust of Wind. Knock, no. Magical Weapon. Melf's Acid Arrow. No. Phantasmal Force. Deal damage to a creature each turn. The type of damage changes. I already saw that one, yeah. Scorching Ray. We'll take C invisibility. 3 rays of fire each deal. Go with Acid Arrow. Any I want to change? Nah, that's good.
Felt good letting off a little steam after
Let's
facing
speak
off
to
with
Karlach
those
and then
ignots.
what?
Granted,
Rest.
the fire lasted a little longer than it should.
Yeah, and you killed me with it.
Careful, soldier. If I burn any hotter, I might explode. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down.
How the hell did you get an infernal engine as a heart? You have a mechanic for your heart? What does it allow you to do?
High pain tolerance, and a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories.
I forgot
Let's save
she
the scar show for
broke
later,
the
after we've worked up an
fourth
appetite
wall
for
with that.
tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing.
I really should take that as
the
a
first time I faced down those
approach to
paladins,
life.
they let
I
slip
have a
there
bad
was an
habit of
infernal
oversharing
mechanic in the
to
area.
people I just meet.
Tiefling.
I've just
You
met,
might be
so
able to stabilize things.
Dad, it's a bit early in the game
Find
for
him.
tragic backstories. I should slip that into conversation. Tieflings held up in a druid's grove nearby.
Sounds like a good lead. Hopefully our guy will be among them. A tune-up would do this old tub a world of good.
Let's go to camp. Let's jump to camp. See if anyone wants to talk to me during the day. We did pretty much nothing this entire episode.
Hey, soldier.
We've got a lot of dialogue.
over.
Who was next in line for discussing the backstory? Was it Astarion?
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Yeah. Tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
You must remember your life before, how you and tell me about your history. How does someone become a vampire?
I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing. I can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you.
How were you turned?
I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer.
Well, fair.
It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity.
See, vampire immortality is probably the best kind because you can get out of it. I wouldn't want to be truly immortal, that'd be torture, but to know that I can be immortal as long as I want, that not as bad. Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
Okay. How does one become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
So bad
I've already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble.
No, I need to know
No
if you're in the...
innocence. You have my word. Only villains that we need to kill anyway.
That's fair.
After all, you know what I am now. I can fight with all my weapons. Teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead.
Sounds good.
As am I. I'm starting to feel a little peckish already.
Okay. Next on the docket was speaking to Shadowheart, then we'll take a long rest, see what tonight's event is.
Karlach's temper is a sight to behold. She'll need to be careful. That rage will burn her right out.
Yeah, there is a reason why Shadowheart is the one that I always seem to end up
Something the matter?
with the best standing with. And that is because, well, she has a lot of the same responses that I'd have.
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it. Fine. What's on your mind?
Thoughts about our little stowaway, what we do and manage to...
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. Personally, I think finding this Halcyon is our best bet. If we're truly desperate, we can try to convince that goblin gut in assisting us. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith Kresh will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind.
So you're just saying all options are good for you as long as you get the temple out. It's fair.
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No reason for us to not stay together if we get on well.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
Why is she the only one that has... How am I holding up to your estimations?
I must admit, you've been a surprise. And not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
Don't tell the matters.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
I did think it was a wee bit early for that. You don't want to talk about yourself?
I should hope not. Have you ever heard the people who want to talk about themselves? I'm doing you a favor.
Fair. I mean, Gale, over there, he likes to talk about himself. I should say that because of the whole... I'm trying to romance everyone, but also... I feel like she'd say this. We'll go with that one.
Sweet of you, but don't worry. I'm sure you'll get to know me just fine by traveling together. No need for interrogations just yet.
That's what you
Thank you.
prefer?
I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Okay. Now I'll just check with Gale and Lizelle for their comments about Karlak.
Glad to have an ally.
How can I help? Think of it as tribute. The kind a king might pay to a more powerful neighbor to avoid invasion. As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
Honestly, that's a pretty good analogy. I do have to say, hopefully...
Karlak's all fire and fury. I pray to the Triad it doesn't consume her.
Hoping we don't get, Stingo straight away.
Isn't it glorious?
Because that'd be too many of the big events front-loaded.
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
Wisdom is valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond.
Considering she's all
observing the
about
ways of our
gaining
lessers,
knowledge
exploring planes so distant,
by reading
order turns
everything
to
she
chaos,
can.
and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
It's so odd that the way I've chosen to play Lilith has gotten me in much better standing with Lae'zel than I normally have. Astarion I'm neutral. Shadowheart I'm slightly better with. Lae'zel I'm slightly worse with, but I have had a couple disapprovals. Will I'm actually second most with. Okay. And Karlach I'm the least with. Okay. We'll end the day.
I'm so glad I found... Wait! I'm Althera, a bard from the Grove. I don't mean any harm.
Really?
Oh, yes. Everything is fine. Thanks to you.
I didn't even get to
That's why I'm
speak to
here.
her.
When I'd heard what you'd done, it inspired me. Made me feel brave again. I want to join you. To fight by your side. I want to help people. As you've helped us.
I didn't even get to speak to her to do the whole, like, her old master that.
I've been running since El Turel. And when we finally arrived at the Grove, we found danger there too. Unless I hide away from the world, I can't avoid it. So I'd rather face it head on. With you.
I mean, Lilith would say this.
Really? Just like that? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Gale, you're not even
down.
in this conversation.
I promise.
Great. Well, we know what's happening tonight.
I can't wait to hit the road. Where will we go? Neverwinter? Oh, can we go to Waterdeep? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take it one note at a time, as my teacher would say.
Do I have anything that can knock her out? God damn it.
This is so exciting.
Who was it? Gale?
Your desire.
You've got sleep, yeah?
So?
Write a song? No, they'd probably find it annoying.
Into turn-based mode, so we're not running down the counter. Target can't be an ally. God damn it. Right. What is it? Not custom passives. Non-lethal attacks.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Damn it. Okay. Alright. Gotta trim down to 4. Why did you choose Gale and Astarion? I would have thought it just picked the top 4. Well, looks like Finger's getting ganked. That is unfortunate.
You open your eyes with a lurch, and you are not in your bed. You stand above a body which is in a state of gore nearly beyond recognition. The body of that brave girl who earnestly swore to devote her life to your cause. Her blood covers you, and its warmth feels like the embrace of an old friend. You recall nothing of how you ended up here, but your head pounds and aches.
Both of those have a +2. Need a 12. That is not a 12. We'll expend 1 inspiration. There we go.
A single moment comes to you, the flash of abject terror in her eyes, blood spilling from her lips. No time for last words.
I didn't know I could do all of them.
There are dozens and dozens of wounds on the corpse. The killer did not stop savaging it, even when she was long gone. And your dominant arm aches. It aches from stabbing over and over. No matter how it appears, the body is there, and her blood is on your hands. The question flows through your mind. Who are you really, that you could be guilty of such bitter business?
What curse is on your heart to kill in your sleep, or connect with the parasite? I think by now she should realize that her mind stuff is not to do with the parasite, though she did get a conflicting thing from Lae'zel about the memory issues, and the others don't know, so connect to the
little
parasite.
worm seems silent. Your companions sleep blissfully tonight. If it were the rage of a tadpole, no others seem to be affected. You don't have much time for reflection now. You need to act. You may only have a few moments before the others awaken and begin to cast blame for the hot sin before you.
She doesn't want to deceive people, especially if it has the potential of putting them in harm. And her big thing is, and she expects the same from others, so I'd say prepare to face others you aren't going to hide.
Your misdeed is bright and clear as the dawning day.
Was not expecting that.
Another waif dead before her time. I wonder how it happened.
You're the one who cried out for us. You must have seen something.
Now, I can't help but notice that one of us is positively drenched in blood, so...
Oh, hey, Scratch.
She was brutalized. The killer knifed her many times after she was dead. Was it you?
think I must have killed her. I don't know what happened. I woke up and she was dead.
The blood speaks for itself. Why?
Someone woke up in the night and everything was like this. Can't remember. I don't know why I did this.
The parasite must be affecting you deeply.
The worm in your head has never slept more peacefully. You know in your heart it was something deeper, hungrier.
It remains silent. It could have been the parasite. Must be the parasite or remain silent. There's none to say I don't think it was the parasite. So this would be the closest.
Even if it was the worm, this was peculiar indeed. I'll be watching.
An uneasy feeling lingers in the air. As the Inquisition departs, you are left alone with a familiar headache.
Do we want another vow? You must uncover the cause of mad spree unless it happens again.
One more failed adventurer, gone to the mud now.
Hello, Scratch. There we go, just get back the approval from what we just lost.
What's up for discussion?
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Sorry about what happened to you, Master.
Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
Give him another pet.
Light on my feet.
She had her master's loot on her. Should we continue on the yeah, we'll use that. What are you doing up there?
I thought this camp was supposed to be our safe haven. Not quite so when we wake up to dead tiefling bards. I may have difficulty sleeping for a while.
Should we try and plead our case?
So, you're not in full control of your faculties? If you think it might happen again, warn me. I would hate to have to kill you.
Yeah, we'll plead our case to it. Because we also got to pick up the others.
Just so you know, I don't judge you for what happened to that bard, Alfira. But the look of guilt on your face was priceless. I don't care, really. But you could have been more subtle about it.
Let's So, pick up Karlak.
Soldier.
Oh, she's really not happy with me.
Hell yes.
And she greets you with just soldier, not even
I was
hey
no friend to
soldier.
Alfira, but there was no sense in killing her. I'll be watching everyone in this camp like a hawk. Especially you.
I did warn you I had murderous intent.
It is done.
There's no point in denying it to him.
Alfira wouldn't have harmed a housefly. A gentle young soul slain in her prime. That's the spirit.
We'll start the next episode speaking with Will and Karlak. Finish off all the Grove stuff.
Go on then. State your business with me from a safe distance. If it's all the same to you. I'm sure that will be of small comfort to her.
That's fair. Okay, well, that's gonna be the end of today's stream. It went a little longer than planned because of the whole Alfira thing. I don't know why we're getting so many of the big events at the start. Like normally it takes a few days in between before we get anything like what's just happened. But
you have my attention.
Got a mage on there. But yeah, but with that being said, we'll be back on Monday with another stream of this. So until then, I'll catch you in the next one.